How did you first hear about Unmudl?
When I joined Amazon and eventually qualified to use my career choice, I decided to look for the program that kind of mostly aligns with what I want to, or how I envision myself within Amazon. My first option, which was the mechatronics. And it's interesting because I never had a background in maintenance or repairs or technology that much. And I decided, what's the worst that can happen? And I went through the career choice, looked for the program, found a model, decided to just give it a try. And I would say in the last 18 months of being with Amazon, I think that's the best decision that I've ever made for myself.
Why do you say it's like the best decision? Like what sticks out to you about like your kind of transformation that you've made after upskilling and taking these courses?
Now, this is not the most important thing, but it's a very valuable thing that I think every associate should know. I got a 70% pay increase from what I was earning to what I'm currently earning. I'm always very passionate about growing. I never want to be stuck doing one thing and not seeing or having a room to improve myself. So when I was able to get this opportunity, it was an opportunity for me to learn more. It was an opportunity for me to challenge myself to do something that would ideally take me out of my comfort zone. I've moved from where I was. I started actually as a seasonal employee, like I mentioned earlier, and I packed and I picked and I also stood before moving to problem solve. And today, and those were L1 positions. From an L1 position, I got an L3 position, which is my mechatronics and robotics technician role. It's a huge jump, not very huge, but not everyone within Amazon typically experience jumps or promotions like this.
So how long again were you doing like the packing and picking jobs before you were able to upskill yourself?
So I'm just going to use the timeline. I started working with Amazon in December of 2023, became a blue badge in April of 2024. I enrolled into the Unmudl program in November of 2024. I completed the program in December of 2024, and I got my offer in February of 2025.
Can you remind me what Unmudl courses you took?
When we started with our model, it's introduced us first to the basics, electrical systems, motor controls, pneumatics, hydraulic systems. We learned about circuits. We just learned basic mechanical and electrical systems. And one thing I would say is the instructor really, really made me have a coin trust because he was so knowledgeable about everything. His experience, Mr. Leslie, he finds simple ways to break things down. Now, just disclaimer, sitting down and watching videos wasn't the fun part. The hands-on practical was what really made me more interested in this because you are learning about these things sitting in front of a screen, then you go fix things. It teaches you how to connect systems, teaches you how to diagnose systems. So the entire program was so well put together. What I did for 10 weeks helped me transition easily into the current role that I'm in.
As far as your coursework goes, how did you find time to do your courses?
Now, the first day I was supposed to go to the class, it was on a Friday. I used to work nights. So I went to work on the Thursday night, got off at 5 o'clock, went home, showered, got into my car, drove an hour, 30 minutes, just so I can start the course by 8 o'clock. The classes usually take 8 to 5, but I realized that I can't do this. So usually either submit with your local HR, they either give you school accommodation or you just take time off. You just swap your shifts again. So there are systems that work within Amazon. It's just a day in a week. For others that joined the program, they had absence school accommodations. For me, I just swapped my Thursday shifts every week. I swapped my Thursday shifts to Tuesdays, made sure I was fresh on Thursdays. On Fridays, I'm off. Again, it's different for most people. I was able to grasp most of the concepts easily because I kind of had knowledge of it. So it wasn't entirely new to me. So I just made sure a day before and a day after was my days, just go through the entire process. And on Fridays, since it's a hands-on, I assimilate better when it's hands-on. So I never forget it. So those were the 3 days that I just set aside to say, you know what, on model, mechatronics, these 3 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I'm done.
Can you recall if taking the Unmodel course, did it help you in the interview stage, like getting the job? Can you kind of connect the two?
If if you don't go through the model course, then you're most likely not going to qualify for the job. So that's the first thing. Secondly, having having good or practical knowledge about what you're supposed or the expectation Amazon has for you really gave me an upper hand. So you know these things. It translated into the interview, and I was able to show the knowledge that I have. Like, okay, since I know this, and since I was aware of the Amazon leadership principles, this is how I was going to combine these two into the role I'm going to be getting. So yeah, it was really helpful. I would say this, don't just go through the course. Be knowledgeable about concepts within the course because it's all you do within the course is what you're going to do when you eventually become a tech, a mechatronics and robotics tech within Amazon.
What is like a day in the life now as are you a maintenance technician level 3? Is that what you are considered, or
Yeah.
do you have a different title?
Once you get the role, a robotics and mechatronics technician, level 3. However, the role is a service technician too, because you're still learning. But basically, your first 30 days is all about safety trainings and knowing all about the process, understanding the process. This is all you do for the first 30 days. Now, once you complete the 30 days, you go into the hands-on training. For me, we work with H Drive here at STX8 where we have these little robots that pick up pods all around. And your first thing is you come in every morning, you go, you plug in, you look for your tools, ensure you have all your tools to work with properly. Amazon provides every single thing in order for you to carry out your job 100%. We also maintain the conveyors and we work in partnership with other Amazon contractors that maintain like the OPs, the other pickers, and other technical stuff within Amazon. So when you get into the role, your role is kind of limited, but the growth is so fast that in little or no time, you will start controlling or taking charge of the building because there are some nights where senior techs, that's a level just above me, they have control of. So if anything happens within the building at night when the managers are not around, they're in charge. So if you cannot fix it, then it's a problem. It tells that you're not really doing the job properly. And the role is funny that is you come in and no one tells you what to do. Leadership principle that's it's ownership. You have to take ownership of systems. So you come in and say, you know what, this is what I want to do for this week. I want this process to be mine. Whatever happens within this process, it's on me. So if you pick it, then you have to do it because when anything happens to that process, then it means everyone knows it's you.
Left, do you have any parting advice or anything you would say if someone's thinking about taking an Unmodel course, maybe thinking about the same route you were going? Would you have any parting words or advice for them?
Just do it. Just let go of every fear that you think you have. I never had a background in maintenance. I never had a background in robotics. I just did it because I felt I could learn. If you're willing to learn, then I'm sure you can. If you put your mind to it, then you can do it. And yes, I know I've spoken about the pay bump, but for me, it's all about career improvement. Do you want to improve on yourself? Do you want to um, have a better life? I'm sure everyone wants a better life. So just take that step, look into your career choice program. It's on your A to Z app, apply and just do it. It's, I promise you, it's going to change your life.